We have just bought the rarest hot hatch in the country.
It's from America, it's front-wheel drive, and it came from the factory with more torque than a Porsche.
This was faster than any European hot hatch at the time, and as far as we can tell, this is the only one in the UK.
So today we're going to inspect it, power test it, and reveal exactly how much we paid for this rare hot hatch. First things first, save your comments. We know it's not a hot hatch, but it kind of is in spirit. This is a Dodge/Chrysler Neon. You'd know them from the 90s and early 2000s, not interesting at all. But this one is the SRT4.
And SRT stands for Street and Racing Technology, and four?
Because it's 4-cylinder.
So not street racing?
No.
Street and racing.
Please,
just
get it
legal,
right.
So it's all legal.
So we saw this car come up for auction and we decided we have to have it, regardless of the fact that it's the only one in the UK. Deep down, it's kind of cool. They're very, very fast when you do the right things to them. This car was in every racing game in the early 2000s.
Also, having the only one in the country now means we can control the market.
£100 million.
This is a £100 million car, as far as we're
Unfortunately, if you would like to invest, feel free.
We'll get on to what we actually paid later on in the video, because I don't really know what the money is, but we'll see. But the carbon fibre bonnet.
A Cybon, which is a cool name. That's a brand name that everyone knows from the early 2000s.
It's I can't really see any carbon fibre
anymore.
No,
it's a hazy carbon fibre. It's a new type of carbon fibre. Let me just read you something from the listing. The vendor reports that the front bumper had a full respray over a decade ago. And you know what? You can tell.
The front bumper has seen some stuff.
I'll be honest, when we left earlier, we're fairly sure it had a number plate on it.
I'm certain there was something there, but the way it looks, I'm not sure. It's not beautiful.
No.
But not interested in all of this. It's what's under here that matters. That's why it's here. Under this very lightweight bonnet.
SRT 2.4 litre turbo 16 valve twin cab. So as standard, the early ones, they made 215 horsepower, and then they claimed that the later ones, which this one is, made 230 horsepower. However, when people took them to the dyno, their brand new Neon, completely stock, they would make something like 220 wheel horsepower, which is coming up for 240, 250, and 230 pound-foot of torque. That's a lot for a small car like this.
Especially for a front-wheel drive car as well, which this is.
I have a secret for you, because I told you about the standard horsepower. The seller claims a stage 1 remap to 296 horsepower.
296? That's a very specific number, so they must have proven that,
mustn't they? Dyno. There's a dyno number.
There has to be. There's not.
There's no dyno feature. No, there's no proof of that. But if it's so specific, I can only assume it has to have come from somewhere.
Surely he kind of made that up.
Yeah. So this car is going to drive absolutely bonkers. This thing should be all over the road, spinning tyres, hitting rev limiters.
Smashing off the limiter.
I'm excited to try this. Inside, as with many American cars, it is a real downfall.
These mats, now I don't know if this isn't the SRT logo as far as I'm aware, that is a Viper logo.
That is a Viper logo, which is interesting because it can't be from a Viper because there are rear ones too.
But they kind of look fitted and they look like they should be in here, but I don't know. Americans, let us know what that means, but they look kind of cool.
The gear knob is interesting. It's an aftermarket one for sure, but
we still aren't in a gear, still not in a gear, still not in a gear. Over here, still no gear, still not a gear.
Can you get it into a gear?
This is, there you go, third, and then you go all the way back to fourth, which is basically the passenger doing that. That's not feeling like that's going to be nice on a drive.
Those dials are so early 2000s, they are incredible. And also, that is a factory-fitted boost gauge right next to it. That's quite cool. The other thing I will say about this interior, these seats look amazing.
They do.
If I was 17, that might be the coolest seat I've ever seen in my life.
But yeah, this is a letdown on any budget American car, but let's try and look past it. Yeah. Let's try and look past it, because there's also some good bits.
Well, there's one very cool bit, which again, 17-year-old us would get fizzy over. And that's this. Now, this is a cool wing. It's stupid, but whenever I used to see a photo of a Dodge Neon SRT4, I used to be like, that's a cool wing. It's got Impreza vibes to it. It's so good.
It doesn't have like the sort of angry, like angular bit, but it's curved.
Yeah.
It's almost like a shopping trolley handle type thing.
The previous owner, there's only one previous owner of this car in the UK, and they were a football fan. There's some associated paraphernalia we'll show you now, starting with this one, which we can't show you. This is a football team, William, I'm led to believe.
Yeah, that is Tottenham Hotspur.
And then this one's interesting. Yes, I've paid my tax, now go fix some potholes.
Kind of fair.
We wanted to take the Dodge out for a first drive, but unfortunately for us, the previous owner had fitted a ridiculously complicated immobilizer system. So to show you just how bad it is, we handed the keys to videographer Ben to see if he could get it started. Right, key in the ignition and start the car.
Nothing.
No, nothing. Right. That is because there is a process to start this car.
What?
That
piece of...
That is the length of it. So, first things first, you will see just to the right of your thing, you will see here can you describe what you're seeing there?
That is a very small, cheap set of 2 buttons.
2 buttons, right? And can you notice, is there a difference between the buttons?
One of them is completely flat, the other one has a flower on it.
I'd like you to press the one with the flower 4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now the inside one without. Right, you've taken too long, you need to start again. Key off. Now key back on. Now I'd like you to press that button 4 times quickly.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now the inside one.
Okay.
Now the outside one 3 times.
3.
Now the inside one.
1.
Is your foot in the clutch? Right, you've messed the whole thing up. Turn the key off and start again.
Key on.
Right, outside one 4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now the inside one.
Inside.
Right.
1, 2, 3. Inside.
Right, now wipers to 1 down.
Yeah.
Right, no, you put it back up. What are you doing? Start again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Inside one. Right.
1, 2, 3.
Right.
1.
Now wipers up. Wipers up, not down.
That's what I pressed.
I said wipers up.
That's what I pressed the first time and you shouted at me.
Start again.
It's ridiculous.
It's
Right.
complicated.
We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Inside. 1, 2, 3.
Wipers
inside.
up.
1.
Now down.
Now down.
Right, seatbelt on.
Seat? Nah, it's not a seatbelt on thing. Surely.
It's like a security thing.
Right, 1 on the flower.
1.
Now 1 off the flower.
1.
Right, now down on the wipers once. Right, now 2 times on the star.
1, 2, yeah?
Now 1 on the inside one.
What?
There you go.
Oh, well, we're just on.
I'll be honest, Ben, I did add in the wiper bits and the seatbelt bits, but all the other bits were part of it. But yeah, to start this car, you must do star, 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 non-star, star, 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 non-star, star, non-star, star, star, non-star. It is a Dodge Neon. No one's stealing it. I hate it. I hate it with my heart and soul. But, Will, let's you and I go have a drive in this thing and see what it's like. Oh, we have an oil pressure light.
And also fuel light.
I'll be honest, when we first bought the car, it had an oil pressure light on. So I called the previous owner and said, there's an oil pressure light. And he said, it's never really bothered me.
Interesting.
So with that, it was time to take this Dodge for its first drive, which didn't get off to a great start.
The battery gets low and then it gets upset. Can you grab the jump leads? Oh, no, he might be done now. Maybe he's done now. No, that makes sense. Right, out on the road in our Street and Racing Technologies 4.
I feel odd being back in something that's left-hand drive again, especially normally left-hand drive you're in something big, V8. I mean, what is essentially a hatchback?
You're in a sports compact is what this actually is.
American categories are cool. We go, right, you got hatchbacks, like saloons and estate cars, maybe an SUV, and they go, that's a sub-sedan saloon, man.
You got the upper mini small saloon there.
That's Class C saloon sedan hatch, man. 5-6 doors.
And it's an F-150. That's not 300 horsepower. That's not 300 horsepower.
It doesn't feel like 200 horsepower.
That's 200 horsepower. Not only did they make 220 wheel horsepower, they'd make about 230 pound-foot of torque. Torque you really feel in a small car like this. Whoa, dude!
God damn, that thing got a 4-bagger in it? Damn, son.
Oh God, why is it so wallowy?
And that's the thing, Americans would go, God damn, that'll beat anything y'all Europeans can put down.
That thing handles on rails.
Why does your car drive like this?
Can we get a neutral rev? Ooh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, Neon was here, now it's up here. I like that. So it turns out, I had a look online, the oil pressure light is quite a common thing on these cars to go wrong, but I would expect it to always be on. I asked the previous owner, and he said, yeah, it just kind of does that. Okay, yeah.
That works, doesn't it?
It may not have the performance, but it has the spirit.
Yeah, no, it's certainly there.
And I can commend it for that. Oh, a roundabout coming up. We do a fruity roundabout. Paul, let's see what are his credentials as a UK hot hatch. Oh my God.
Oh my God. What was that?
Oh my God. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, this is not an English hot hatch.
I almost fell off the roundabout before I got to it. Now, one question I must ask. This is a front-wheel drive car.
Oh, the handbrake. Sorry,
God.
I forgot about that.
That actually didn't do anything. Oh, then surely not.
No, that makes sense. No, that's good.
I think we'll just drive with it on.
Yeah, just carry on.
Back at the unit, we removed the mystery slogan from the back of the neon and then moved on to giving it a proper inspection.
Now, we bought this car at auction.
Yes.
We bought it from an auction. It was on piston heads, so we didn't actually get to see the car.
No.
We saw what it was, bid on it, and then we had it delivered.
It's quite far away. The only thing we did was a car vertical check on it. Thankfully, this episode is sponsored by them, so shout out Car Vertical.
So the car vertical score is 57 out of 100. We do have a yellow marker for damage, however, so if we go on that, we can see that there was an assessment in 2014 on the front and the right-hand side.
I'm going to block the price so you can't see what we paid, but you can see the vendor reports the front bumper had a full respray over a decade ago due to a bump with a car. We know it could use another to bring it back to its best. So it's not necessarily a bad car, but we at least knew about that damage. So don't leave any stone unturned when you're going to buy a car. Do your due diligence, do a car vertical check.
Another cool thing it does actually give us is the full spec of the car. Again, they're leaving no stone unturned. We can see that it was originally delivered to Orlando. Don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I'm not too sure. But if you are going to do your own report, make sure that you use our discount code TDC for 20% off your next report. Or actually, if you're going to buy loads of cars this year and you're going to do a bunch of reports, you can bundle them together and get up to 50% discount. Now let's see how bad this is.
Right, let's start front. Will, aerial. Would you like aerial operation? Because I didn't see it go in there. Harry Potter's car for the reason.
Let's get some signal. Yeah, not so great. I don't know, is that meant to be an auto one?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think very much so.
It just goes.
Well, we got some.
205 5017s, and it's a Dyno.
It's a Dyno, which is
Dyno.
always great, which has knockoff Bibendum, the Michelin Man, on there. 2019, so not as bad as I would expect. You know, for TDC, that's a young timer.
And then brakes-wise, we have, I'm going to say virtually new pads.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
But discs probably on the cusp.
You know
of
what?
replacement.
These blue nuts are they're giving me real street and racing technology vibes.
Would they call them in the US?
Lug
A
nuts.
tuner nut.
A tuner nut.
Tuner nut. These wheels are.
Have you seen my new? I've just picked up my new.
I'm just going to put them.
Oh yeah, I just went for a
Yeah,
drive.
these are. I love the.
Oh man, I just went for a drive.
Man, my dream wheel is the.
So this is the bumper resprayed over 10 years ago. That makes sense, if I'm honest.
What is alarming is the car hasn't moved much, yet this front end looks like it's been doing half-mile drag racing its entire life.
But on the salt flats, like why is it being peppered with so many stone chips and rocks? It's not doing well.
Then there's this.
So with carbon fibre, one of the things that happens with them is that the clear coat on the top starts to flake away and peel. It's a big thing on BMW M cars on their roofs. But the way you can tell whether it's savable or not is you put a little bit of water on it. Yeah, look at that. So look, the moment I dry it up, it's going to start fading again. If we like either polished it or re-clear coated this, it would probably look really good again.
On the back, we don't have Dynos. It's not matching. We've got a Dynamo Street. 2023, these ones.
Okay.
Also, it's got an unbelievable amount of meat on it.
Someone said, you know what, throw some chunky guys on this.
European hot hatches, you're expecting a beam with just a spring jangling around in there, and there might be a damper in there, who knows. But in this, we have an actual strut.
Proper strut, proper shock in there with a coil over is what that word comes from. The coil is over the shock. It has one.
Rear brakes they've seen better days.
Yep.
The rear discs are mummified and crucified. Rear pads are quite low.
But it doesn't have completely rotten arches. I was expecting that. I noticed this earlier. Sorry, Will's seen himself in the reflection or something.
Can you see that?
What?
Done. Oh, fork. Yeah.
Done, fork it out.
Do you know what? He had this as a business thing. There's a phone number here. 0800 8. Someone ring that number.
It comes up as a username for someone who does aviation things online. That's all I can find. Now, can you just cut in where it looks like it's just Will staring at himself in the reflection?
So great, but it doesn't have completely rotten arches. I will check that. I noticed this area. So we'll see if there's a reflection. What?
What else we got? Let's have a look on this side and double check the other tyre. So we had a Streeth.
2 Streeths.
We've got another Streeth.
Yeah.
I like that, that's good. The SRT4 obviously has the big wing, but then the rest of it is just kind of like additional bumper bits. So it has a different bumper at the rear, but with this like lower valance. But I've just noticed they put a side skirt on it, but obviously because the door on the original one goes back, they've put these like, these bricks over the side of it. That feels a bit English.
I've seen my first bit of symbolism. You know, like the Dodge logo and the Ram.
The ram horn. So it's definitely has a deleted back box.
Yeah, that's looking a little bit crusty, and it does sound a bit whack.
These are an addition of lots of imported cars. Whenever a car comes to the UK, they have to meet our compliance regulations. I don't know why that is there, because a reverse light is not technically needed, I don't believe, but a fog light is. You'll always see a fog here. It's not very nice. If we do end up keeping this car and doing anything to it, maybe we'll relocate that into one of the fog lights up here. You can sometimes change one of your reverse light or something to a red bulb. Right, so one of the things that they did advise on this auction listing was that there was a lot of general underbody corrosion. So yes, sir. Looking at it, it's not terrible for being in the UK for a while. If you're in America, we are kind of your rust belt. Salted roads, sleet, mud, all that sort of stuff rusts our cars quite badly. But it's not great, but it's not terrible.
It's sort of, it looks uglier than it probably is. It's very manky. It's probably going to be horrible to work on.
Sorry, look how the
suspension.
The way the suspension system works on this. So we have our strut, and then we've got like kind of a hubby sort of spindle here with just 2 arms holding it, and then there's just a stabilizer link, and that's on your way. Enjoy the handling.
Independent suspension. Thin anti-roll bar also, so what a weird design.
That's nice and stiff, that is.
God, this thing will run rings around you, son.
Ooh, a little bit, maybe a little bit sore here.
Solid-ish.
We then found something quite unexpected.
What is it's not a 10 mil, is
no.
it? Have you just lost it?
I need a long thing. Oh, from above, you have to push up. We've got a half.
It has had a new front arm.
And on this side, so that's got an arm and a ball joint.
2 arms on that side.
Oh, that's a limited slip diff. Engineers among us.
That should be a limited slip diff.
Both going one way should be limited slip diff. I don't, maybe front wheel drive stuff
to handle all of that 155 horsepower.
Oh God, we're going to be putting it when we hit the strip. We're putting down the power.
What are some symptoms of a dying turbo?
Is it sort of oil just all over your intercooler? Is it all over the intercooler to a point where it's coming out of it? Oh, and it's actually coming out of the pipe as well.
I think what we'll do, we'll undo that pipe and we'll see how much oil comes out. Oh. Now, look, on an older turbo car, you will get this. You will get oil in your intercooler pipes from the turbo. It's quite a bit, if I'm honest. The downside, the turbo's dying. The upside, the turbo's dying. Time for an upgrade, perhaps. Kind of the party piece of this car. There's not actually that much else to look at. It is the engine. A little bit worrying about the oil pressure light. We might need to look into that, whether or not that is just the switch or if that is an actual problem. I think what we'd like to do is, before we take this for a dyno, because we do want to see how much power this makes, we should see if we can smoke test this somehow, because it's losing a lot of power.
It's very slow.
So we broke out the smoke tester.
This will tell us whether we have any leaks in the sort of turbo air system type thing. If there's air escaping, quite a lot of air escaping, it's not good. It means we're going to be losing boost. It's not ideal. It's just coming out of there. I think I need to fill his hole a little better. It's just leaking out of there, man.
Ooh. Turbo.
Okay, quite a lot out of the turbo. Around the actuator that it kind of looks like, possibly.
Oh, okay. That's coming from the housing.
From the turbo itself?
Either from the CHRA of the turbo in the middle, or the pipe coming off of the compressor side.
To find out if the turbo was actually worn, we pulled the air pipes off to get at the turbine. Any play in there at all, even the slightest bit of looseness, and we would know that it wasn't in the best shape.
Oh, it's a huge leak. Can't really get a feel on it, but there's no side to side and there's no in and out movement.
Can you feel ahead?
I think it's a turbo. So there's no, on that side at least, there is no movement in the sort of, in the, would you call it an impeller? A propeller?
A
peller?
That is
very good. That's why he gets paid absolutely nothing for these videos. We'll cut that out. That's what I think. There's no play in the turbine. Feel free to get your fingers in there. They're longer than mine.
That feels fine. That feels actually quite good.
The turbo itself felt fine, so we ran another smoke test, and sure enough, it was still leaking. So that led us to one very straightforward decision.
Alright, let's put it back together and take it to a dyno. We're here at Surrey Rolling Road. We're going to test the power, but we realised something. We've never opened the boot on this car, and our previous experience with having an American car with the boot,
Blood-stained rags and what's
should maybe have a look inside. Ooh. Okay. Found the number plate.
Okay, we did wonder where that had gone. The Dodge Neon Builder's Handbook.
Brake caliper paint. That's a bulb. We've got what looks like house paint.
Is that this colour?
Fiji blue Chrysler.
So that must be, I'm assuming that's this colour.
Scoop.
And this must be from the original bonnet. Wow.
Do you reckon the original bonnet's in here?
Yeah, I mean, it might be one of those fold-out ones.
This looks like there's a car cover. We've never been lucky enough to own it. Yeah, I've just seen it. Have a look at this, Jay. Bloody kicker.
A kicker sub built into there with, I think, is a tiny little lamp in there. We haven't really heard the audio system. It's got a very, very old, like, flip-out radio that we can't get any signal on. But we need to try out this subwoofer.
Hold on, we got some history here. No way. That's the window sticker. That's quite cool.
That is quite cool.
That's really quite cool. From Polk County's lowest prices, highest quality, and best value cars. Odometer reading was reported. The title issue was updated. It was a nice, clean car. Whatever happened to it? Exhaust clutch kit, suspension, blow-off valve. Okay. Florida title. That's cool. Please don't steal it. Contractor sale. William, would you like to know, when the car was registered in the UK, it had £750 of SVA work, which is work that you do to get the car registered in the UK, make it compliant. It had one other thing done for £350.
Stripes.
£350.
We spotted, before we opened the boot, you may just be able to see it, there is the ghost of Heathen's Past. There's just a slight paint difference here and here, so we're guessing white stripes.
Yeah.
Maybe a silver stripe, but yeah, God, that's not good.
Cybon carbon fibre hood, £570. Mishimoto intercooler. I'm seeing a worrying amount of batteries. I've seen 6 receipts for batteries so far, so that's interesting. MOT, Dodge. Now, look.
I have never seen anything like that in my life.
That is incredible. Would you like to know what I'm looking at? The printed out Wikipedia article for the Dodge Neon SRT4. Incredible. You know just so that when you pull up, anyway, you can go, what's this, you say? Well, the Dodge Neon SRT4 was a turbocharged sport compact introduced by Daimler Chrysler's Street and Racing Technology Division, built in Belvidere, Illinois. With 84% US content, the SRT4 differed from the Dodge Neon, the model on which it's based, in many ways.
Christ.
American car owners in the UK, different breed.
All of this history actually painted a pretty positive picture, but the one thing that was missing was anything confirming that 300 horsepower power figure that the previous owner had claimed. So it was a good job that we had Charlie to give it a proper power test.
Unfortunately though, to get it onto the dyno, he'd need to start it. Right, Charlie, for you, if you'd like to please start, and either or, so please go for whichever one you like.
The jump pack's on, so it should just fire up.
No, it's got a silly immobilizer, doesn't it?
So if you hit the right button 4 times.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you hit the right button 3 times, the left button once, right button once, now the left button once, the right button twice, now the left button once. There you go, there, it's ready to start.
Who the f is going to steal this?
It'll catch it. There you go.
With the Neon now finally having started, Charlie got it onto the dyno, ready for its power run, but seemingly forgot about the immobilizer and then switched the car off.
No, hang on, I've gone wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3. 1 on the left. 1, 2, 1 on the left.
No. We go again.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
4 right. 3 right.
1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
There we go.
We're going.
That was easy. Realistically, I'm happy if it has a 2.
You know what? It's 250.
Charlie?
1A.
I think yeah. It was time for the power run, and we were absolutely shocked at the result.
My guess was somewhat of a joke, but it came true somehow. I willed that power number into existence.
That is the slowest feeling 250 horsepower car I've ever felt in my life. How much torque did it make?
260 foot-pounds.
Whoa! What?
So
No,
260 foot-pounds, we should be, it can barely chirp a wheel. It's got a little bit slip diff as well though, so maybe the power's just
going on?
been put on the ground. So that's actually a pretty good result.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Possibly maybe standard.
So that actually makes about sense. So supposedly they would make about 220 wheel stock and 240 pound-foot torque.
It's probably not far off.
But most importantly, how much did we spend on this old Dodge?
We paid
It's rusty.
for this car
Yes.
£3,434.
They saw you coming.
But for the
for
only
a
one in the
one of
UK, and it makes 250 horsepower as a base to build on. That's quite cool. Now, this car will go away for a few months. All of the parts have to come from America, and due to current situations, that takes longer than usual. So you're not going to see this car for a while. You know what? I wasn't on board with it, but now that it makes that,
That's a good, why doesn't it feel like that?
why doesn't it feel like that?
I need to retune the bum dyno, because something ain't right.
So much slower than that. Thank you very much to Charlie, as always, at Surrey Rolling Road. You can come here on a Saturday if you don't know, sign up, get your car run. Charlie will make fun of it, and then you can go home happy with a number. We'll see you next week. You'll see this at some point in its life. Click here to subscribe. Click here to watch another video. See you next week.
Jesus Christ, 250 horsepower.